All throughout my life, from age 4 to my current 15 years of age, I have been involved in a sport that humans were not actually designed to do. The sport made for creatures of the sea, not creatures of the land. The sport that's designed for creatures with fins and gills to breathe for long amounts of time in the depths of the deep, dark ocean. This sport is competitive swimming. Not only does swimming use your body, but it also stimulates your mind. In order for me to be good at what I do, I must be confident and positive. This is why I believe you are only as successful as your mind will take you. In the beginning of my high school swim season, I had already had enough experience of a club swimmer. I had gone through many different coaches and I had experienced too many practices. When we had our first big meet, I didn't really know what to expect. I was bundled up with nerves and excitement and eagerness, and I forgot all about what I was there to do. I forgot about just having fun. The meet consisted of over 1,000 other high school swimmers, so how would I not be nervous, right? I went into the meet not knowing what to expect or how well I was going to swim. I knew that I hadn't been doing well in my swimming for a while, so I instantly thought, I'm not going to do well. Once the thought entered my brain, it stuck with me. Before one of my first races, I warmed up in the tightly compact warm-up pool. Swimmers looked like schools of tiny fish. I jumped in without thinking about the number of people in my lane and did a few laps. I finished the almost impossible warm-up and exited the pool. Walking up to my block to race, my coach caught me by the arm. She said, almost as if she had been planning what to say, "Hey, how do you feel?" Caught a little off guard by her question, I responded, "Good, I guess." She repeats her question, changing it slightly by saying, "No, like, how do you feel mentally?" I told her that I hadn't been swimming well, so I really don't think this will be the best race for me. She tells me, "Forget about your swimming now. Just focus on racing and having fun." And that is exactly what I did. It was time for me to race, and the official blew the first warning whistle. I did a few warming up jumps to get my blood flowing and to get pumped. The official then blew the second and final whistle that told us that we had to get up on the blocks. Within as much as 10 seconds, another official says, "Swimmers, take your mark." And then the beep that signals the start of the race goes off. I used all I had in my legs to push myself off the block. The first thing that went into my mind as I dove off the block is, okay, now race. And just as my coach told me to do, I raced. I wasn't thinking about how my legs were hurting, how my stroke wasn't perfect, or how the other girls were swimming. I was focusing on me and all the positives. I felt fantastic, and I felt fast, faster than I've ever felt. When I touched the wall on the last lap, I saw my coach giving me the thumbs up motion and a smile so big that it made me feel proud. I then turned to the scoreboard and looked at the time I got, and understood why my coach was so happy. I had dropped over 2 seconds in my event. I instantly smiled and then congratulated the other swimmers. For someone who hasn't been swimming to her potential, I felt like Michael Phelps. My thoughts after my race instantly went back to what my coach said to me, and how I did not let my nerves get to me. I kept my confidence and positivity throughout my whole race, and it worked. I dropped time. It wasn't the fact that I wasn't working hard enough in practice or that I wasn't strong enough. It was the fact that I was beating my mind down with negativity. I needed to give it a break and think things that are positive. My 2 fist-sized brain is what made me swim fast, not something I did to make me swim faster, like drink the latest muscle-building energy drink. I swam from my head. In life, we can beat ourselves up. We tell ourselves we're not perfect or we're not the best. We beat ourselves up by telling ourselves we're not pretty enough or not skinny like a Calvin Klein model. This experience made me realize that we are only going to get as far as our mind will let us. To get where I want to be as an athlete and as a swimmer, I must give my mind a rest and enjoy life positively.